Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Realm of Fries podcast, episode number 19. I don't know why I say four because we don't have anyway. I am your host, as always, Five Large Fries, and we have the entire gang here today. So joining me is Mr. Flatline Plays,
Why, hello everyone. I hope you're doing well.
and of course, Mr. Inferno Rouge 8D.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna straight up apologize in advance. Like I can't seem to get my mic levels the way I wanted them. Last episode I noticed that like my mic was peaking a lot and it probably sounded like really awful. I've tried to change that, but I may need to do a little bit more tweaking. But I'm too lazy
Just
to
add
do.
a limiter, mate, for now. Just that's like the proper cheap slap, isn't it? That's like putting a bit of you know what I mean, a bit of masking tape on a rust on a car, but it will work. Just put a limiter on
Mate. I should,
under
but
filter.
I'm too lazy to do this kind of stuff. So
Fair
yeah,
play.
yep. Uh, so how you boys doing anyway?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I mean, I've had a really weird week. I got a tooth infection this week at the beginning of the week, and it just KO'd me for most of the week. To be honest, unable to stream, unable to do anything besides just wallow in self pity for a while. You know, it's one of those pains you just can't enjoy anything while you're in that kind of pain. You know, so I'm glad that's over now, and I've managed to stream last night. It was good. So things are getting better. I also like the Halo campaign trailer and all that. There's some good stuff this week.
Mm. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute because that's something that I wanted to kick off with. Uh, Inferno, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. Just tired.
Yo, join the club. I'm always tired. I'm always tired.
There's a lot of bugs going around.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Like, there's a lot, but a lot of bugs. They managed to like just kind of like grow because everybody like masking up and stuff. So yeah, yeah. But no, I'm glad you're both good. I had a fucking shit week, I tell you. It was awful. It was awful, boys. So,
You
beginning of
get
the week,
some sticks and rocks and rub them together to keep
yeah.
entertainment.
So at the beginning of the week, my internet just like straight up died, right? Like just straight up bleh, gone. And it ended up being like a fault on the line. It wasn't like a fault with like the setup or anything like that. It wasn't like Um, and these fucking gifts are gonna distract me for fuck's sake. I'm not looking at. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm turning it off. You gone. You gone. I'm not having any distractions today. So So beginning of the week, I my internet died and it was down for a total of 3 days. But they claimed that it could have been down for like a lot longer. But like, so I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So the first day I was like, it's fine. I'll just sleep because I was tired anyway. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just catch up on my sleep. So I slept. So is what it is. Second day I was like, okay, well it's gonna be down for a while. I'm gonna try tether my phone, right? Because with some network providers, they especially over here in the UK, they give you unlimited data, and sometimes with that they have like caps and stuff. This one doesn't have any caps. I looked like really into it, and along that they give you unlimited tethering as well. They like removed their tethering cap like very recently because I believe they had it like set to 100 gig. But now they've like just straight up removed it. So I'm like, okay, great. This is brilliant. I plug my phone into my computer. Doesn't recognize it. Well, the computer recognizes the phone, but it doesn't recognize it as a network to like use as a hotspot. So I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, right? I I then I'm then like trying to figure it out. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Why is it not working? And I'm googling it, and because I've got an iPhone, they're like, oh well, you need iTunes downloaded, and I'm like, oh great. Thankfully, I had to have iTunes downloaded to. I think I had to use that to upload the podcast originally, or like set the podcast up. So I had it on my computer. So I'm like, why the fuck is this not working? I'm struggling. I'm thinking. I'm getting pissed off at this point because it should just work, and it didn't. And I'm like, what the fuck? So in the end, I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm go to work, whatever. So I come back, rolling into day 3, and I'm like, okay, right, I need to get this to work. So I'm looking at like different issues it could have been, and one person's like, yeah, you need a certain, you need to update your network drivers, and I'm like, okay, well that's all well and good, but I can't fucking download anything because I don't have the fucking internet, right? So I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I tried downloading the drivers onto my phone and then like file share them from my phone to my computer and get it done that way. Um, nah. So because it's an iPhone, like, un- I, unless I'm being dumb, you can't get into your files like through like looking on the computer. You can't, like, you can go into the device, but you can't go into like the files, which is really fucking dumb. So at this point,
You have to you have to download Dropbox, I think. You download it all through there.
yeah, maybe, but at this point, I'm losing my fucking rag. I'm like, right, okay, this is fucking pissing me off. And then I realized that Bluetooth was working on my computer, and it has to be because I use VR chat, I use full body, VR in general, and VR uses Bluetooth, um, or a variation of Bluetooth anyway. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I I looked up because you can tether like your data and use like Bluetooth as a hotspot like point, but apparently that's like a last resort type of thing. So I'm like, okay, I tether it up and it worked. I'm like, okay, great, I got internet. Boys, it was like fucking dial up. It was dial up.
It
Like,
was dial up.
in fact, it was worse than dial up. Like the speeds I was getting was anywhere between 5 and like 100 kilobytes.
No Final Fantasy for you, sir.
So,
Was you waiting for the page to load? You be like,
mate,
oh, look at this body, and then a big junk comes underneath.
mate, it was like that. I tell you, like so I had to navigate to my motherboard's like website to get to the driver's page, and just doing that alone took. And again, because I wasn't timing it, so like if I was to guesstimate how long it took, probably like maybe 10 to 15 minutes to navigate to the specific page to download the drivers for the network. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then when I finally get to the bit where you can click the link to download it, like, when you click a link, it brings up like a page briefly, like a blank page, and then it gives you the file to download. Well, I was sat on that blank page for like 5 to 10 minutes, like just like hitting refresh, hoping it would like trigger the download. Eventually, it does, and the download file was only like 70 megabytes, so it's not big at all, right? That shit took me 40 minutes to download.
Nice.
Right? And I'm getting like really sort of like super paranoid at this point because like, when sort of like something works in like if you're holding your phone in a certain position and you move it just slightly and you notice the download speeds like drop. I noticed that, so I'm literally sat there in my chair, arm rested like upright on top of the armrest, holding my phone outwards, and just sat locked in this position for 40 minutes because I was like, okay, this is the best speeds I'm getting here, so I'm not moving. I sat there for 40 minutes with an outstretched arm. It fucking well hurt. But that finally fixed it. The reason why I wanted to download these drivers was because I wanted to try and fix my Wi-Fi settings because for some reason the Wi-Fi wasn't working on my computer, and I was like, well, push comes to shove, I just get that working and then tether through Wi-Fi. But the moment I did that, and because my phone was still like connected to my computer, the moment those drivers I installed the drivers or unzipped the package or whatever you want to call it, like it just worked. Like it just started working, started tethering. I'm like, oh great, this is amazing. I managed to jump on VR chat. I managed to meet up with some people that I really wanted to meet the last couple of days. And I was like, okay, fine. Like I dare not risk it. They jumped into a world where there was like going to be a lot of people, which meant a lot of like avatars to download. I was like, yeah, I dare not push the boat out too early, right? So I was like, right. I said I'll go to bed and I'll come jump on later. Fucking wake up and the internet's working again, innit?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what company are you with? Do you mind me asking?
I don't want to disclose on
That's
the
fine, dude.
podcast,
That's
but
fine. I fully understand. I mean,
yeah.
I'm with Virgin, right? And I've had them go down once in the whole time that I've been with them. And they were like, oh, this might take 3 days to redo. And I was like, no. And then within like 4 hours, they got it done. And I was like, nice. Like
Nice,
3 days of that in there, mate. Oh, God.
You
mate.
should be able to get a refund on them 3 days as well.
Yeah, you can get like with Virgin, if it's more than 2 days, you get £7.50 a day or something like that. So, like, I
That's not
mean,
bad.
yeah, I mean, if you were without internet for a few months, you would soon gain some money from them, you know?
Well, yeah,
Well, you're paying
exactly.
for a service they can't like comply with. So if they can't give you the service, then they have to give you a refund.
Yep, exactly. Have you guys seen these the ones they're setting up recently, like BT and other ones like that, doing these Infinity ones? So when your internet dies, it will go over to 5G or 4G instantly. Have you seen that?
No, but that is really fucking cool.
So in those kind of areas where you are getting lost internet occasionally, it is not a bad idea, is it? It's no extra. It just literally means that if it cuts off, they go over to 5G or whatever for you.
It's just an excuse that their network shit.
Yeah,
It's so true.
I mean, it shouldn't happen in the first place, but it is a good backup, I suppose, isn't it?
That's all it is. It's just so because if it's out in rural areas where there's not much like going on, to get someone out there's going to take time. So at least they're biding their time so people can't get angry with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my week pretty much. So I
Not
hope,
so much Final Fantasy this week, then, mate.
mate, I've not really been playing Final Fantasy much. I'm waiting for the new expansion at this point.
Yep.
Like I should really play it because there's an event on up until like when the new expansion comes out, and you can get some like really cool cosmetics from it. And I just haven't been bothered. Like I just more playing VR chat. There's some other games that I've played. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, it's been a wild week. It's been a wild week. Um, but yeah, what about you guys? Like I mean, Flat, you said obviously you had your tooth infection and stuff, and I
Yeah, I mean, that definitely took me down for most of the week, mate. I didn't get to play as much as what I would normally. Inferno actually recommended I wanted to play a horror game again, considering it's, Halloween and all that. So, Inferno suggested a game to me called Visage, and I wanted to play it on Tuesday, but with the infection, it kept pushing it back, and I finally managed to play it last night, and so far, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. There's a couple of points where I've had almost brown pants, so besides that, I haven't been playing anything this week. It's been really up on news bits and bobs while I've had my bloody toothache.
yeah, no, I get that. I get that. That toothache's like the worst because you can't really do anything about it, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously different for every person, but I once broke my hand in 3 different places. It didn't go through the skin, no like proper break through the skin or anything like that. I don't want to sound make anyone squeamish. It's just a normal break in 3 different places. That hurt less than my toothache.
Mate,
Yeah.
I feel you on that. There was um uh, I did something similar. This actually warrants a little bit of a story, but I won't delve too much into it. So I was recovering from concussion where I dived into a goalpost, which is stupid anyway. Um,
All
but
those stairs, mate, you get up to.
no. It wasn't as if I did it like for a dare or anything. I was we were doing like penalty shootouts and stuff, and I went to be like really cocky and dived into a dive like for the ball, and I dived straight into the goalpost, not realizing that I was on the fucking line.
Ouch.
Mate, it fucking hurt. I ended up with concussion, like really bad concussion for about like a week. And I ended up going to A&E because they thought I'd like fractured my skull, even though like they didn't even bother X-raying me, even though the doctor said that I should get an X-ray. But it's what it is.
NHS.
Yep. So I was recovering from this concussion, and naturally, went to the pub and we're drinking and stuff, and someone was like being an absolute like cunt, Like, there's no other way of saying it, but they were being an absolute cunt, like trying to be like funny and teasing and stuff, like pushing me head. And because it was a girl, like I couldn't really like fucking punch a girl, but like if it was a dude, I'd have fucking turned around and like knocked him out. And I'm not a violent person, but they were being an absolute prick, like just pushing the head like constantly, and like try. I guess they were trying to be flirty, but like I was just having none of it. I was like, for fuck's sake, like because it was
like a
just
bully
hurting.
flirt.
That's the wrong sort of head, mister.
Yeah. But like it fucking hurt though, because like I was still recovering, like, and I'm like, I was getting really fucking pissed off. Anyway, it gets to like kick out time, and you know I storm off at this point. I'm like pissed. I'm mad, right? And everyone's like going, "Oh, fries, oh, way up, way up," and I'm like so fucking mad at this point. And then the next thing I see, because I'm so intensely like enraged, first thing I see is a lamppost, and I fucking smashed this thing so hard, like I punch it so goddamn hard that I broke my hand. Like,
Yeah.
it was only in like one place, but it was like if you look at your little finger and you go all the way down and go to the base of your hand, like the part, yeah,
Where the ball joint is, kind of thing.
not the ball joint, just a little bit further up,
Okay.
right? So that bone, like from between like the wrist and like the first ball joint of the little finger, that's where I broke it, like right in the middle there. But like, because it was so like, because it was instant, like I punched it, I walked off, and then suddenly like the pain hit me, and I dropped like to my knees. I'm like yeah, and I'm drunk as well, but I felt this, right, and I dropped to my knees, and I'm like, I burst out crying because like naturally it's pain, but it was stress as well. And I'm looking at my hand, and I'm just like laughing my ass off afterwards. I'm just like, oh, I think I've dislocated my fucking like knuckle, because it was just like it swelled up real fucking quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously it was broken, blah blah blah. When it came to it, they wanted to put like metal plates in there because they thought that's how fucked I'd done it. But when it came to the day of like actually getting that operation done, like the doctors like apparently looked at the X-ray again. They're like, oh yeah, we can just set this back in place, like, you know. I was like, okay, fine. And I held my hand out there, and the doctor's like starting to press it, and he says like, so the moments like this hurts, like just let me know, and and he's like, I'll give you some like anesthetic and whatnot, or painkillers, and I'm like, okay. And he's pressing it. He goes, is this not hurting? And I'm like, nah, it's just like you're pressing on a bruise.
Numb. More of a numb feeling than anything else, I imagine. That's what mine was.
Yeah, it's like what I had was like it felt like, you know, when you've hurt yourself and you got a bruise comes up and you press it and you go, oh, that hurts. It was like that. It wasn't like painful.
Yeah.
It was just like a ooh. It was like a little. It was like a ooh. Ooh, do that again, Daddy. You know what I mean?
I had the same kind of thing with mine, mate. Because my little finger went in, and the two fingers next to it went in, like, and the little finger buckled inwards, and the joint that connects the to the your round ball joint at the top on your wrist, that just buckled inwards and went into there. It was weird. I'll show you some pictures at some point, but same kind of thing. I had 3 guys get on top of it and just like yank it in different places to get it all back in. It was,
That sounds like a very kinky fucking porno.
it was, I mean, I've got it recorded, mate. I'll send it to you some point.
Oh, I can't wait to see 3 guys yanking on you.
There was 3 guys yanking at me on different directions, and they all said, "You ready? 3, 2, 1," and they went for it, mate. And I was just in, whoa.
Oh, they asked for consent then.
I'll send you the website, mate.
Oh dear. What about you, Inferno? How's your week been? Like, what have you been up to?
Exactly every week. Not much has changed. Literally nothing.
I
What have you been playing?
Do our RL stuff, then chill for a bit, and then rinse and repeat again.
Well, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah. So let's talk about that before we jump into some news then. So stuff that we've been playing. So Flat, obviously, I know that you've probably not really played as much, but you know, we'll go around.
Bit of Visage, mate. Bit of Visage. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to pronounce Visage or Visage. I imagine it's Visage. We're going to be all posh about this.
Visage.
Visage. Sounds a bit French. No, but that's the only thing I've played this week besides a bit of Rocket League with the lads. Sometimes I play Rocket League, couple of hours with Toothache, and so, like Inferno can tell you, sometimes I'm really hit and miss on that game. Like played a bit last night, I was all right, and a couple of nights before, I'm shocking. So it's weird with that game for me.
Maybe it was your tooth pain.
Yeah, maybe, mate. I mean, I can blame a lot of excuses. I can pull them out of the bag. I'm good at that.
So is that all I guess that's all you've really done this weekend, right?
Yeah, I've not been up to much else, mate.
Yeah. What
And you,
about
Inferno?
yeah, Inferno? What have you been playing?
PUBG. Got quite a few wins this week.
Nice.
A bit of Rocket League, but I haven't played Rocket League that much. What else have I played? Bit of Back for Blood. Go on that now and again, just to get some cards.
I
what
still
else
need
did I
to play
play?
that properly. Like, sorry, I just want to jump in real quick. Like, Back for Blood. Like, I haven't really played it that much because it's one of those games that I feel like I want to play it with like a group, and it's like one finding like people to play it with, and it's two because I working nights. It's finding the time to play with like people, and I think at this
The
point,
only
sorry,
the
carry on.
only night we can play together, mate, is Friday, is it? Because I could set that up in future. We could do it on a Friday if you want.
Friday and Saturday mainly, but like even then it's like, am I gonna be awake? Because like I don't know, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
you know
understand, mate.
busy boy. Anyway, sorry, Inferno. Carry on.
The only problem if you're doing multiplayer though is you need to get your cards.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got like
There is a mode you can play which is 4-on-4 mode, isn't it? Where 4 of your monsters and 4 of your humans.
Yeah, but unlike Left 4 Dead, it's set arenas. So in Left 4 Dead, those that don't know back in the day, that it used to be the campaign levels, but in versus mode. So you'd go through the main story levels, but you'd have guys as the zombies as well, special infected. Now on this, it's the same kind of thing, but it's set in arenas. I kind of really want them to do it in the campaign levels.
It's
There
a
must be a
time
reason
thing.
why they didn't.
So basically, you just got to survive the longest.
gotcha.
Yeah, which is not quite the same as Left 4 Dead was. I don't understand why they've changed that. Doesn't sound as good.
Because it's Back for Blood, not Left 4 Dead.
So
Same
true.
company, mate.
They wanted to go down a different route, didn't they? They wanted to try something. So,
Yeah. So
what else did I play? Oh, I had a look at the new Phasmophobia. That looks quite cool. Halloween
What is
event.
a Fads 2? Oh, a Halloween event.
Yeah, it's like set on a like a campsite, like Halloween type thing movie.
Okay.
Quite eerie. I went on my own because no one's brave enough to come with me.
yeah, I'm a pussy. I probably won't touch that game again. I'm not gonna lie.
I think they've updated it. They've made it more creepier.
Oh no, fuck that. Fuck that.
I'll play it one day. One day I'll install it and play it. I've got got some good news
Ask
actually.
Mr. Fries to lend you his account for a night.
Got
You'll
some good
probably
news on
play
a
2
graphics
seconds.
card.
Oh.
I think I've got a graphics card coming in the next couple of months.
Ooh.
I know. It's only going to be a 1080, but let's be honest, that's still pretty good.
That's still mid-market, so.
Yeah, still like 200 quid if you buy them second hand. It's 300 quid.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, they're expensive. Expensive fries. They're still really expensive. I actually, sorry to butt in here, but I watched a thing the other day when I was Toothache, and it was like the release of the 2080 or whatever. And they were like, "Here we go, it's 499 now released." And you look at the prices now, like that's why I laugh about it, because when it was released, it was 499 for a 2080. You try and get a 2080 now, you're paying over £1,000, well over
Oh, yeah,
a
because
grand.
it's bloody crypto.
But like, what? How is it worth? Sorry, I'll whinge about that all day. I can't.
That's a crypto mining, that's why.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
All those
So
Chinese people using them as
They're
oil
not-
farms, eh? Price?
Yeah, but that's the thing. They're not going to sound cheap if people go and make literally 10 times more than what they cost.
it does remind me of the that fucking Flash Gits video.
That is so good.
It's so
So
funny.
good. Do you want to explain it to the stream so they can watch it if they want to? So they know what they're on about.
Okay, yeah. So there's a video that Flash Gits made, and it's about it's because he does like a lot of the console wars type of videos and stuff like that, where it's like the consoles are fighting, and then the PC Master Race comes in, and there's one where they're trying to get like a fucking 3090 because like the consoles like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are like, oh yeah, it's like my graphics are better than yours kind of thing, and it's like,
You filthy PC peasant. He's like,
yeah,
no.
yeah. So he's like trying to get like a new graphics card, but like because obviously a lot of like they're all out of stock, really hard to get, and it's all like Bitcoin miners that are like buying it, and you just see like you just see all these like fucking 3090s like set up as like fucking like the oil farm things where the things like going dun, 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 up and down.
Pulling oil out of the ground.
You got what's his name? It's like there's the Indian guy with the
Rashid.
fucking yeah, Rashid.
Rashid, mate. He's running on a 3D Voodoo FX card from 1990.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
like he's
Rashid.
been a faithful petal.
It's like Rashid. I've just got a notification that you're loading Crash Bandicoot 3.
You know your PC can't handle that. Oh, guys, go on YouTube. Look at Flash Gits. Look at Console Wars, the end of the PC Master Race, and it's brilliant. I mean, it's a bit tongue in cheek, but it's funny.
Yeah, they're not afraid of hitting those politically correct type of jokes, if that makes sense. Like the
Yeah.
ones that you would like, the ones that I would be like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't make that joke.
Borderline.
They just push it and they don't care, and
Yeah.
I love it. But that's the thing. If you give power to stuff, but I could be talking about this all fucking day. I'm not going to talk about it because there's more exciting things to talk about. So sorry, Inferno. Is there anything else that you've played this week? We kind of jumped in and stole your thunder a little bit.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, so I've played a mixture of different things this week, and it's ironic because my internet was down, and yet I've played like a lot of stuff. So I played more Inscription because obviously that was downloaded. If you didn't listen to the previous podcast, like Inscription's this it's like this card based turn game thing. It's kind of eerie. I got quite far in it actually, and yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun. I won't talk about that because the one thing that I wanted to talk about is Guardians of the Galaxy. I downloaded that
The game.
The game, yeah.
Mate, I've heard such good things. I've been looking at it a lot. I want to hear what you say about it, mate, because I've heard such good things about that.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it praise before I shit on it.
Cool.
Okay, so the pros. The story's really good. Bear in mind, I'm running this on my 3080 Ti, so the graphics are really good as well. Like, I mean,
I've heard they're really good graphics.
they're really fucking good. Really, really shiny, really nice. I really like it. Visually, it's amazing. I love the way they do the story. It kind of has like a Telltale style of feel to it in a way.
Okay.
Because you have a lot of the dialogue options that come up, and it's like, oh, you have to choose this, or you can keep your mouth shut type of thing. And I really like it because it's like, okay, do I side with like Groot? Do I side with Rocket? Do I side with fucking Drax and all that kind of stuff? And mate, it is so good, and the humor's there. They got got all that to a T. Like Star-Lord is like, and that's the thing, because you play as Star-Lord. Like, it's not like you switch between the different characters. Like, you are Star-Lord, and there's a lot of times where you're like in a first person perspective, like seeing it from like his eyes, and then it goes into like when you're roaming about, you get like the third person type of stuff, especially when you're in cutscenes as well. And they really hit home on what Guardians of the Galaxy is about. And bearing in mind, I haven't really played this that much, so I can't really like sing a song and dance about it too much. But yeah, in terms of the story, I've really enjoyed what I've played. Bearing in mind, I've probably only played like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours max.
Apparently, it's a good like 10, 14-hour game, isn't it? Which is pretty good for these kind of story games. A lot of these single players, they tend to cut you out at like 6, 7 hours, don't they?
Yeah. So what I really like is they sort of give you the ability to explore. So like there's parts where it feels like linear, and then you got other parts where it's like it feels like it's not open world, but you have more areas to explore. And there was a bit where Rocket's like, "Oh yeah, nah, this way is like a dead end. We need to go this way." But like the way it looks, it makes it look like the other way is like a valid option to like carry on. And you go there and you fucking get like roasted. You get roasted by Rocket. He's like, see, what did I tell you? It's like a dead end. And then like as you start like doubling back on yourself, he's like, yeah, there we go. Walk of shame, walk of shame. It's fucking so they hit the humor like bang on the head with Guardians of the Galaxy, but here's where they kind of for me at the very least, this is why I'm trying to like not bang it out in one session, because the combat doesn't feel that good. So the idea is
You're
obviously
going to say that.
yeah. So the idea behind it is obviously you have your two blasters and you run about shoot and stuff. But that's all you have pretty much. It's kind of upsetting in a way because like I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. So you have your blasters, you have a melee, right, and that's literally it. You have like team abilities, so you can press. So I think on PC it's you press shift and it slows time down, and you can choose like which character you want to do like a certain move, like certain ability, and then that ability goes on cooldown. So in a way you have abilities, but they're through like the different characters. You sort of like ordering them to do like the different things, and totally makes sense with how it is, and it does give you that sense of like, okay, we're playing as a team type of feel. But the problem is when those abilities are on cooldown and you've got nothing else, like you're literally just left with your blasters, and it's literally just hold left click. That's it.
So from what I've heard, mate, is like exactly that. You've got the blasters, right? And you've got three different elements or whatever, and the blasters, different enemies are weak to different elements, and you kind of chain your character's abilities together to kind of do combat. But I've heard that his blasters are pathetic. It's like shooting pea shooters at enemies. Is
Mm-hmm.
that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So like, his blasters himself are a bit weak, and the whole thing. Like that's the bad thing about it. Apparently, is the combat. But the good thing apparently in combat is you can listen to tunes. So during combat at points you can heal, can't you, or call a huddle. And when you call a huddle, like you can put your tunes on and carry on the fight with like some really kick-ass tunes on, including Rick
dude,
Ashley and stuff.
dude. Now that you said that, so they introduced that mechanic like as part of the story, and you're like, okay, cool. And what happens? You huddle up, and you've got to give them like a team speech in order to like get a damage bonus for everyone. But if you
Hmm.
mess up the team speech, you only get the damage bonus for like yourself as Star Lord, and no one else gets that bonus, right? So I'm there like listening to what they say, and it's like, okay, you got to choose like the thing, and I chose the wrong one, so I fucked it up. And the game told me that I fucked up in the thing. It's like, okay, it gives you the tutorial box comes up, and it's like, okay, well, this is what happens in this thing. It says, unfortunately, you got it wrong this time, which means only you get like the thing. And I'm like, okay, so I click the OK button. Next thing, I'm getting fucking rickrolled, aren't I? I'm like, for
Yeah.
fuck's sake. I I didn't know if it was like an unfortunate timing of like the playlist, or whether it was just like part of the joke. But I was just like, for fuck's sake. But I was loving it at the same time.
See that I couldn't tell you if it's just part of it or if you fail you get rickrolled. But like apparently putting the music on and playing like the fight scenes is like the best part of it. The
I,
amount of licensed music in there is apparently is amazing.
yeah, there is so much. Like I can't even begin to like describe how many different like songs I've heard already, and it feels like there's always more and more and more.
Mate, if I
And
was a rich man, I'd be buying it right now. You know what I mean? If I just had like the spare cash and wouldn't worry about it, I would certainly be picking it up and giving it a go. With something like Marvel's Avengers that came out, this kind of game got really people got skeptical of it. Of course they're going to, but at least they've come through with something decent, a decent single player experience. Maybe the combat's not great, but apparently the lip syncing and the interaction between the characters is really good.
yeah, it's generally pretty good. it's made by Square Enix, so you can tell that they've got the like because there's some of the stuff that looks very I don't know how to describe it when they're doing like a smile it feels I don't know how to again I've said that like so many times but it,
Gary's mod.
yes yeah
Gary's mod. Nice.
and it that kind of throws you a little bit but then afterwards like when you're watching it's like okay actually this and it gets to a point where it feels like you're watching like the film or like a film version of it. And what I will say going off of that is they haven't modeled the characters off of like the actors from like the Guardians of the Galaxy like film series. They've actually modeled it, I think, if memory serves, they think they've modeled it from like the descriptions and drawings from the comics, I believe.
Comics, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the comics, not the films. There was no way they were going to get Chris Pratt to do it, and all that.
Yeah.
He's too busy. He's too busy dressing up in Mario costumes.
Yeah.
He's a Mario.
He's so cool.
I don't think he's going to play Mario very well, but he might do. He might do.
Yeah, I mean, like you can't knock it until you see it.
Yeah, there must be something in him. He must have put on the outfit and then gone, actually.
It goes bad as the last fucking live action movie.
What was the last one?
You not seen the actual?
Huh?
You not seen the actual live Mario?
Oh yeah,
Oh, the old one. Yeah,
the
but wait,
old
that
ones.
was a classic. That was brilliant. I mean, yeah, it was crap, but it was also really good for its day. The bombs, bombs.
And then you got the
What a
fucking humor.
Like, what film? What year was that? Like 1992 or something?
I think, yeah, something like that.
Oh, let's look that up. Carry on, guys. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, but oh fuck. Yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy, I want to put some more time into it, but like I don't want to like because the combat's very samey, I don't want to overdo it and get bored. But it might, like I say, I mean, it's really early into the game, so that like I'd assume like you unlock different abilities and stuff because you do unlock different abilities, and I'm sure after a while it will get like a little bit less samey, but still kind of samey. It's why like I you don't often see me playing many of these types of games. There was another game that was really samey that I said that I can't. I wish I wasn't tired all the time, man. Like my brain would do like things better if I wasn't tired.
So, do you guys want to guess when it actually came out, the old Mario film?
Definitely not
91.
90s. Definitely.
You're
not
going
90s.
91. What are you going for, mate?
I want to say.
Pick a winner.
I want to say 86.
86. What, the year I was born, man? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. No, mate, no. 1993.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
86.
I knew one in the 80s.
Yeah, man, not the year of fucking.
I don't know. It just had that vibe to it, didn't it?
Yeah, it is old school. It is old school.
Yeah. But what else did I play? I played a bit of Undertale because I want to try and complete that, but because I've never completed it. I should have, but I haven't. Yeah, so many games, man. So many games that like I just want to complete, but it's either having the time to do it or just yeah. I want to play some. Saying that, I want to play some Beat Saber. I need to play some more Beat Saber because that game is so.
Beat it.
Yeah, that game is so good. Like for cardio and stuff. Like what? One of my friends, Isildria, like plays it a lot. They've got it like modded so they can do like a whole bunch of like different songs and like they've got like a calorie like counter that tells you how many calories you've burned and stuff. And it's really fucking cool, like the way they got like way they set up like their stream because they stream it like a lot, and it's really cool because like she is so good at the game. It's ridiculous. Like it is ridiculous how good she is at that game. But like she puts in the time, and you can tell because like she's doing stuff that I look at and I go, my brain just dies looking at the first set of like notes that come. I'm just like, God
The
damn.
game requires a lot of practice, man.
Oh yeah, a lot of practice.
You're
Like
going to get really, you do the really hardcore levels or whatever. Yeah, people that can do those, fair play to them, you know? There's
yeah.
definitely a bit of practice involved.
Like I managed to get to the point where where I'm in between like the hard difficulty and expert difficulty, because hard feels like it's too slow, but then expert sometimes feels like it's a bit too fast. So
So
you
you
know,
say you're in between a rock and a hard place?
yeah, yeah, pretty much. But
Just
yeah,
that's where I feel like I'm at in Rocket League, like because I play like guys like Inferno and that, and those guys have been playing for ages, and they're pretty fucking good at it. You know, excuse my French there. But I'm underneath them, but I'm not as bad as what you know. If I join, thing is, if I join my own playlist, because I play with those guys a lot, I go in their playlists and have to put up with people with their like skill. But I go in my own playlist on my own, and I absolutely rinse them. So I'm stuck in between at the moment, you know. Awkward.
yeah, I feel that, mate. I feel it. But yeah, I think there's probably other games that I played this week, and I just my brain's like lost. VR chat, obviously, because like I'm back into that. I love it. I love it. Um, I don't think there's been much else.
Well, the Halo trailer came out, man. I mean,
Oh
what
yes.
I want you to, I want your opinion on that, dude. Because yeah, fuck it, I want to hear yours first.
Okay, cool. So there's two trailers that came out. There's one about the Banished, and then the second one was the first. Well, the first one was the actual campaign like overview. They're showing you like what you're gonna do and stuff like that. It wasn't so much like a cutscene trailer. It's more like, okay, this is what you're gonna do as Master Chief, and they showed off some stuff. And I'll be real with you. Like I know I was skeptical at first about the you know, and I still am. Like they really should have had like co-op in it, but like the way the campaign trailer like or the showcase or whatever you want to call it like portrayed it kind of makes sense in a way, because the way they're doing it is you have like Master Chief and you have you again, this is it's not really spoilers because the game's not even out, so how the fuck can you spoil it, right? But the idea is you go to find your a new AI, and they call the new AI the Weapon. um and they showed off like upgrading Master Chief, so like upgrading his armor is like the abilities that you get, so like the grapple shots and stuff. They showed like how you're gonna have like different objectives on the map, so it has that free roam element, and you'll have like something that is getting attacked, and you go, okay, well, I need to go defend that, so you go and defend that type of thing. And like I'll be real with you, I did watch this when I was sleep deprived, so I didn't really take too much of it in. I That's my excuse for everything. I'll be real with you. Like if my memory doesn't work, then oh yeah, no, it's because I didn't sleep. But it genuinely looks good. The in term like the campaign looks good. I like visually, like you can tell visually that they've really improved on what they were planning to release it as, which I'm genuinely thankful for in a way. I say in a way, I mean like any improvement is like good improvement. So you can tell like they've really knuckled down on it. I'm still skeptical because I would have loved to have had co-op in it, but it like now that you see that they're doing like different upgrades to Chief, and it kind of has that sort of RPG element where it's like the further you go in, the more upgrades you're going to get. That's going to be really hard to cater for with the co-op unless you like give people the same sort of like upgrade points that you're at that part of the campaign.
Yeah, I think it's things like that that stop them from doing the camp and the co-op so early. The fact that it's so different.
Yeah, it is really different, and I like I'll be real with you, like Halo, like innovation is always good for games. Like sure, it's nice to have like the same thing, but after a while, like if you do it, like if you can't be a one trick pony forever, you have to change things up. You have to like so as much as I keep saying, like as much as like I've been like skeptical about it, like now that I've seen like their goal, their vision, like I'm kind of a little bit more on board with it, but I'm still a little bit upset that there's no co-op, because I would love to have like gone through the campaign co-op with like people, but it makes sense. It makes sense the way they're doing it, and I I have a little bit more faith back in the game now. I mean, it's still, you know, I'm
Yeah,
excited. I'll be real. Sorry, carry on.
I thought you would be, mate. To be honest, after watching that trailer, and the first thing I was thinking was, I reckon Fry's will be into this. I
Yeah,
reckon he will be back into this. Like the more I was watching it, I was like, yep. Actually, to be fair, this is getting me like I actually want to play it now, and I
yeah,
wasn't interested in the story at all. I mean, but now I am just because just it's different. It looks. Hopefully, it's not just like a Ubisoft map. You know, no offense to Ubisoft maps, but they are just like you open the map and you just got to pinpoint stuff to go. It's literally just a checklist.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks like it's holding that nice balance in between big open worlds. You know, it seems to be fully open world as well now,
Yes,
which I
yes,
didn't think it was. I thought it was like
yeah.
little
No,
open worlds.
yeah, it's because I think they already said that it was open world like before, which interested me because like Halo campaigns have been somewhat linear, but like the way that they do their linear maps is very e- expansive type of thing. So like you don't feel handheld, but at the same time
Yeah,
you know like okay, well my next objective is through that door type of thing.
yeah, it was like a whole little island they'd chuck you on, and basically there'd be a base on that island, and you'd have to do stuff in it and stuff. And like
Mm.
you say, it wasn't like you were funneled down this corridor down here. It was right. There's a base, go attack it.
Yeah, exactly. What I will say though is they released that trailer, and then at the end you sort of get the banished logo came up, and then they released a second trailer, which is I guess the new banished leader is talking about like basically like shit talking like Master Chief essentially, and it's really fucking cool. And you can tell from like the comparisons of when they first showed this new banished leader versus now. Again, I'm not too. Oh, that reminds me, there is some stuff in the campaign trailer that I want to talk about. Um, yeah, it's really cool. You can see like the difference between then and now, and so there is now a Halo Craig 2.0. I don't know if you've seen it
Yes,
with the
yes.
beard and stuff. I was like, yes, what a Chad, what a Chad.
So that they put him back in just as like a nod to the original Craig, didn't they?
Mm,
They put the whole scene back in, which is a bit ballsy, you know. Fair play to him.
mate, they're fucking mad lads for doing that. I tell you, and
Did you
ladies.
see? Did you see the I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called, guys. I always get the name wrong. Whatever they do in Battlefield when they go up and they jump out and blow up the other bloody plane. When they're in a plane, you go up straight up,
Renazook,
blow up the other plane, and then get back in yours.
Renazook,
What's it? That's the one,
Rendazook or
mate.
whatever. Yeah,
I can't believe they did that in there.
mate, is so fucking like that whole like where he's like jumping down and getting back into the pelican. Like, oh yes, yes, give me more of that. Give me more of that.
Good.
But what was interesting going back into the campaign trailer is they showed a new Forerunner enemy, um and not so much like an enemy type, but like a like an actual villain type of enemy, and I think it's gonna be really interesting. It kind of because the way they portrayed this campaign trailer is it's very much like the weapon is meant to be there to disable Cortana. So I genuinely feel like this is going to be carrying on from the story of 5. Like I really do. Like because before like I was like okay, well it's probably just gonna be like a spiritual reboot or something like that. So because you see like I think it's Zeta Halo that you're at in this one, and you
Yep.
see like it's already been like part of the ring's been destroyed, which I believe was Zeta Halo from the first campaign. That's oh, I'm gonna have to give me a second. Give me a second.
I mean, like
I have to
you
find
just
out.
everything in the trailer looks good so far. Inferno, what's your views on it, mate? Have you seen the trailer? Well, Fries
No.
is searching. You've not seen it?
Have you seen?
Inferno. Right, we'll have to send him that then.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? What the hell?
I'm sure Zeta Halo Installation
Not, I
07.
don't mind Halo, but I'm not been the biggest Halo fan.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't that excited for it. I liked the multiplayer though, really liked the multiplayer, so I was interested in that. But watching these trailers has actually got me interested in the main campaign, considering it's coming with Game Pass anyway. You know?
It's not coming with Game Pass. It's only
Yeah,
multiplayer.
it is. No, it is. Multiplayer's free, mate. Free to play. You don't even have to have Game Pass. But the campaign is coming into Game Pass day one.
Sure, because it's not on the Game Pass website.
100%, mate. 100%.
What, the Halo?
Campaign's coming to Game Pass
Oh
day
yeah,
one.
yeah. 100% it is, because it's a Microsoft Studios one, and they already said that all the Microsoft like owned like
IP will.
developers and stuff will be on Game Pass. So yeah.
Yeah. It's just a shame we won't get co-op for another couple of months, maybe down the road. But people are moaning about a battle royale. I'd just say give them time. If they want to implement one, they will. But it's not really a battle royale game. I can understand why people want it, but just give them time. Then, if they think it's worth it, they'll implement it down
Because
the
they
line.
want to cheat on it. That's why any battle royale they got to have cheaters.
You got to have cheaters.
mate. I had to look up. I couldn't really see anything, so I think this is a different Halo. But it'd be interesting to see like the story into why that ring's damaged. I think there is actually lore about why it is damaged, but you know,
Of course.
I'm
Maybe
trying.
they had the hot curry. That's why the ring's damaged.
Yeah,
Oh, the night after affected it. That's why the banish got out of there for so long.
yeah.
It's
So
true.
that's the other thing. Is like it takes like the story of Halo 2 as well in a way, and brings it into the main FPS lore, which is really cool. Because for those that don't know, in Halo Wars 2, sorry, not Halo 2. I probably said that, but I'm pretty sure I just said Halo 2. But
You
yeah,
said Halo, so
yeah.
that's cool.
I swear I saw a Halo news the other day, and they're shutting something down.
Yes. We'll talk about that in just a second. You are absolutely right. They are.
I can't remember where I read that, but
Yeah. But yeah. So Halo Wars 2 is they're taking some of the story from that. So that's why like you know the Covenant are called the Banished, because it's the Banished from Halo Wars 2, and I think that I think it's going to be really cool. So that's why you see like a lot of the red tints and stuff to a lot of
So
the
who's
stuff.
that guy that's hunting you? Who's that elite that's hunting Spartans, taking them out?
Oh fuck!
He's got a mini energy. He's got an energy sword, and he's got his mini one that looks like half shield. It looks cool.
It does look fucking badass.
It looks menacing.
But that's so they showed like, oh yeah, it's not just like the banished you have to deal with, and then you've got there's an elite that hunts like Spartans down, and this elite's basically like going to be hunting you down. I think that's going to be really cool if they.
I like the Arbiter back in the day.
It'd be really cool if they make him like this, like you know, Resident Evil 2, the dude that like stalks you and you can't really kill him. You know the dude.
Yeah, I know, Mr. X or whatever.
Yeah, like it'd be really cool to have like an enemy type like that, where it's like, okay, well you can't actually do anything, but you can probably disable him, type of thing, to the point where like
you can have a few boss fights with him.
yeah, rather than just having a one and done type of boss fight, it'd be really interesting to have like a boss fight and then he like escapes, and then you know he comes
Or
back
he beats
later.
you down and then you manage to get out because
Yeah.
something happens. It could be all sorts. Then you upgrade later on, and then you can take him on. They rely on those redemption stories, don't they?
Yeah, I love that. It's cheesy, but I love it.
Yeah.
But then you've also got the Forerunner that they showed it towards the end, which a lot of people have like joked and said that it looks like something from Mass Effect.
Well, it looked a bit like the. I should really take another look at it, but it reminded me of the bad guy from Doom, the like final boss in Doom Eternal.
Maybe.
Like a smaller version of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I saw it as.
Yeah, no. If going back to what Inferno said, yeah, the original Xbox 360 titles for Halo, they are all having their Xbox Live components shut down very soon. I think it might be. Don't quote me on this, but I swear I read January. I'm not sure. But yeah, all the online components for the original titles for Halo are being shut down.
It's kind of understandable because you've got Master Chief Collection that keeps that
Yeah,
going, right?
yeah,
So
definitely.
you kind of, I mean, I'd say that's really bad, but the Master Chief Collection just keeps that going, so that's not such a bad thing.
Thing is, it's given me very much original Xbox vibes when they shut down Halo 2 Xbox Live. That
Yeah, I remember that. That
uh,
killed, that really affected people, didn't it?
mate, there was people that still played it on the 360 and they shut it down. I think still when it was like able to be played on 360. I'm sure
Yeah,
they
that
did.
was the bad days. That was the dark days of Microsoft. We've got to hope that they've passed that sort of thing.
I mean, it's
Got
Microsoft.
to hope.
They must have a epic scheme of how many people still signing on to it.
Of
Mate,
course, they got analytics.
mate. You see, I mean, it's Microsoft. Like, look what they did with Mixer. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's in the past couple of years things have changed a bit, but Mixer was such a bad idea from the start. Like it was, I don't understand, but I mean, they must have looked at how much money other companies are making, like Twitch and other ones, and must have gone, hang on, there's enough there for us to make. Let's pump this much money in, and we know we'll get it back in 20 years or whatever. But they must have just realised that it's not working and to pull out. But that is some money wasted right there.
well, that's the thing. I mean, like, they spent how much money did they spend on like people like Ninja, Shroud,
15,
uh,
20 million, mate,
ridiculous amounts, ridiculous amounts, and
between them and stuff. I think,
They had to
I
buy
don't
their
know.
contract though, didn't they? That's the problem.
yeah.
They paid them all, and then like yeah, a few months later said see you later. I mean, mate, that's a hell of a payday. I mean, I've worked some okay jobs in my time, but I ain't got anything like that.
It's
Imagine
fucking
that, like 4 months work over
Well, they're
8 million.
laughing, aren't they? Because it went bust, they can go back to Twitch fucking without any fucking clauses.
Yeah, they did. They did. Most of them went back to Twitch or YouTube.
mm. It's funny because a lot of people speculate because with Doctor Disrespect he got banned from Twitch, and a lot of people now speculate that he got banned because he was like bigging up a like he was. So the story is
I'm
because
wondering if it's the same that I heard. Carry on, mate.
yeah. So the rumor is because there's no details that have actually come out of this. But they reckon that he was going to Twitch saying like, okay, well, I've been offered X amount of money to move to Mixer. Says I want like X amount to stay on Twitch, right? But apparently like the timing of him like going to them and the timing of like Mixer announcing that they were shutting down, like basically like by Mixer like shutting down, it called his bluff and he was bluffing to Twitch, and they must apparently got like really pissed off and they're like, nah, fuck it, you're banned, perma-banned, gone, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I heard, mate. Pretty much. I mean, we know no one knows if it's true or not, but it seems that he bargained with Twitch to a fake bargain that he's had from Mixer, or maybe he had it from Mixer. I don't know. He might have had the offer and then Mixer just shut down. You know what I mean? He might have refused it later on down the line. He might have had it for a while. But yeah, Twitch got annoyed with that, it seems, and shut him off. But there's no confirming that. It's a lot better rumor than the original rumor that was going around, which was complete farce. You know what I mean? Saying that he was abusing people or something like that. That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Like,
Welcome to the culture of the youngsters. Woo!
yeah, I mean, this one makes more sense.
mm,
The thing is, he's not going to say nothing because if he's taking him to court about it, he's going to keep shut.
I don't think he's going to take him to court, mate.
So they are.
Is he?
hmm
Oof,
His
that's going
team's
to be
his team's making the court case up, aren't they? They've been doing it for months.
that's going to be a hard court case.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what when it comes to legal stuff like that. Yeah, I can
Okay, he's
imagine.
got fucking money anyway.
Yeah, I imagine they've got the money.
Money, 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 money.
Money.
Yeah,
Yes.
Inferno, when you get a chance, check out that trailer, mate. Halo Infinite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
In a way, I'm glad that I watched that trailer, but I'm also not glad that I watched that trailer because now I'm fucking excited for it, and December can't come soon enough, and I wish I had time off so I could actually play it. And
Let the sun look the like Christmas.
mate, like, so here's the thing, right? Again, I won't go too much into detail about personal lives and stuff, but so I was waiting all year pretty much for them to drop the release date for Halo Infinite so I could book it off, right? And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and it got to a point where I was like I was waiting like 4 or 5 months. Bearing in mind that we're talking about maybe a month or two ago before before they even announced like when it was coming out. I'm getting to a point where I'm like, okay, I need to book this time. Like, I need to book time off because I'm going out of my fucking mind, right? So in the end, I'm like, okay, well, I want to book time off for Endwalker for the Final Fantasy expansion. So I was like, okay, well, I'll book that off. Um, and then I had this 1 week that I was holding on to, waiting to book it off for Halo Infinite. And in the end, I needed that week because I was just like going out my mind. So I booked it, I took it, all that kind of stuff. And then they fucking release it and they're like December 8th. And I'm like, my God, that's so fucking late in the year. I'm like, ugh. That's
I
like
mean, it's good that it's had time in the oven though, because
true.
the original trailer to this one, night and day, night and day, man. If I watched the original trailer and looking at the pop in, the textures, the lighting, and looking at it now, that year in the oven has done it some good.
Mate. I mean, it's all well and good saying that, but like, I bought my Series X purely for Halo, and I'm not gonna be using it for Halo because I'm using my PC now. Ooh,
Oh,
Oh.
it's like I
should give,
bought.
should
Sorry,
give it away as a prize.
fuck off. No,
Still a
no
pretty good
giveaways.
console.
Oh, dude, you probably get fucking say 1.5 back from it. What
One
you
and a
bought it
half.
from? Like,
Oh, 1.5 times. I mean, you could probably
yeah,
sell it for 700 quid, I imagine. Easily, second hand. I
you
don't
might
know.
make
I
someone's
really don't
Christmas
know.
happy.
Ah, fucking mate,
Del-
mate. These things are just expensive paperweights to me now. Now that I've got this PC. Ooh,
Oh, Mr. 39. Is it 3090 you got or
3080
38?
Ti.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You got a
It's
PlayStation
nice.
that looks like a bong.
mate. It's
Never
like,
to feel the true power of a 3090.
mate. It's
Mm. That video. Sorry.
nah. It's like I bought them for the exclusives, but like the problem is, it's not really a problem, but like you genuinely don't need an Xbox these days because like all the exclusives they have will either be on Game Pass or they'll be on PC.
Mhm.
It's same as PlayStation, though, isn't it? It's coming that way. I mean, PlayStation just announced God of War and other ones coming across as well. So that
Slowly,
means Horizon Zero Dawn, like all of their big ones are coming to PC, mate.
slowly but surely. Don't forget, like these were games that were launched on the PlayStation 4.
Yes, yes, but I think they'll start picking up the pace. I think I
Maybe.
don't think it'll be day and date
I
for a
don't
couple
think
of
they will.
years.
This is PlayStation on about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mate, they're coming. There's things are
Slowly.
changing. They know the money's there in the PC side.
They took Fall Guys from Xbox because of fucking sour grapes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that in the industry, isn't there? A lot of that. All companies are they're
To be fair,
scrambling to
Toy
buy.
Ford's done that. Unless PlayStation paid Fall Guys company a lot of money for it. So I'll say if it went to freaking Xbox as well, they would have made even more money
It is
at
coming to
the time.
Xbox, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
But
but
it's just,
it's too
yeah,
late.
it
No,
is.
I said at the peak they would have made a lot more money.
Mm.
Well, you don't know how much money was given to them by Sony, though. You just don't know these kind of things. I wonder how much these companies are getting paid to put their games on Game Pass, but apparently it's good for them.
£1 and a soiled grape.
Yeah.
A postcard from Phil Spencer saying thanks with a little thumbs up.
There's an avocado. It's fucking wrap it as a present, and it's like that fucking kid saying, "An avocado, thanks."
Oh,
I love that.
avocados from Mexico.
I love that fucking meme. So funny. But yeah.
Avocados. Wait, I'm looking forward to Halo. Also, there's some good games coming out soon. We've got some good things to look forward to. I'm cautiously optimistic about Battlefield. There's a lot of good modes in it that are going to make it really good, even if the main bit isn't that great. I'm just a bit skeptical about these specialists, but a lot of people are, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't like the way everybody looks the same, apparently, so that's going to be horrific. Enemy team kind of needs to look like the enemy team. If you look all the same, it looks a bit stupid.
Oh, I want a rainbow skin.
Rainbow skin.
I want a rainbow
mate.
skin.
Just send them an email, mate. They'll sort that out
Yeah.
straight away.
Dear
It'll only take
Battlefield,
5 minutes.
Please
Yeah,
give
but
me
it's meant to be more simulated war than like Call of Duty war and stuff like that.
It's still arcadey though, because like the way they do the weapon attachments and stuff, it's a very arcadey shooter, but like you say, more realistic than say like a Call of Duty, for example. You're
Yeah.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
can't just look and go, "Is that one of my team?" And then you shoot them. But oh, yeah, that's one of mine.
Yeah, but if they all look the same, like the same character, for example, say like you choose the medic specialist, and you know, like in that game, any of the specialists can use any weapon, so you can be whatever you want. It's not like the old Battlefields where if you saw a sniper, you'd know that he's got, you know, a bolt action or
Sniper.
something. But in this, now you can choose anything as any specialist. So like you can be a medic, for example, with a certain skin. Enemy team's got the same specialist, same skin. They just need to make a couple more, you know, like 2 variations, one of each maybe.
Don't get them to do that. Then they put freaking
Microtransactions.
yeah.
Yeah, microtransactions. That's probably his season pass content.
Don't tease them into that shit.
That's probably season pass content right there, boys.
Too fat. I'm looking at it. I might not buy it until I watch a couple of days of it to see if I actually really like it or not.
When does that game come out, by the way?
End of the month. Not this month. November the 23rd, I think.
We've got a Forza Horizon, haven't we? Like in 7 days, haven't we?
No, that you've been watching The Ring, mate. You will play it in 7 days.
7 days. You can play the game.
Fucking hell. I love how like this, you know, we're recording this the day before Halloween. We haven't even bothered touching on the fact that like spooky. Ooh, spooky.
We're British. We don't really. It's not a.
I played a spooky game on stream. That's about it.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
9th of the 11th.
Send calcium up my spine.
You've been dancing like that in VR chat, have you? Spooky skeleton.
I've seen some really fucking interesting fucking avatars in VR recently. Like
those are spooky ones.
Mm.
They've got that clown thing going around. Happy clown
shit.
work.
Boys.
My bad. The Forza Horizon 5 is the 9th of November.
Boys, I haven't been recording this entire time.
Yes, you
have. Lies.
No, I'm joking.
Hey,
you lies.
Fools.
What do you think we are, amateurs?
No,
maybe.
We wouldn't be that fucking calm. He would just probably just signed off a text going, "Nah, I'm going to sleep. I've had enough."
Oh, mate. If I was gonna say if I wasn't recording, I literally would have just like hung up the call, sent a message, being like, "Nah, sorry, boys. It didn't record. I'm going to bed."
I messed up. Look, it's like last week, mate. We were doing like 10 minutes worth, and you were like, flat. I was like, "What's up?" You're like, "It's not recording, man."
I was so pissed. I was so pissed.
9 days, 10 hours, and 18 minutes.
Nice. That's for Forza, isn't it?
Yes.
Wait.
It says
Forza Horizon 5.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks really good, mate. Set in Mexico. Can't wait to play it. I'm not really much of a racing game fan, but Horizon's...
Mexico.
Avocados? I'll try and find some, man.
Is it crossplay between PC and console, or is it just console?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe because it's Game
Yes.
Pass, right? So maybe.
Just download it on Game Pass. You'll be
Yeah.
fine and stuff.
Yes.
I can
Yes.
pre-install it now if I really want to. I'll
No.
just pre-install it.
No excuses. No excuses.
Can't wait to play it, to be
There's
honest. It looks
Minecraft
great.
coming to PC. Ooh!
Oh,
Minecraft's.
yeah.
Let's say Minecraft's already on PC. What are you on about?
PC Game Pass.
Game Pass. I
It's
don't know
already
why it
on Game
wasn't
Pass.
for so long.
You're
No, it
about the
wasn't
Java
for some
PC.
reason.
version. The Java version.
Is this a Java version?
Yeah, there's two versions for PC. You got the Java version. You got Bedrock Edition. And
Yeah, but
Bedrock-
it's for Xbox Game Pass.
it's the Java version that's coming to Game Pass because
Oh, there you go.
I'm pretty sure like Minecraft was always on the PC Game Pass, but it was the Windows 10 version rather than the Java.
There's Football Manager coming. And then load of other games that it says coming soon, but then games just fucking pop up. It cracks me up.
Yeah, it doesn't always. The game's coming soon is really just a guide, isn't it? You're better off checking it every so often because things just appear in there.
Normally a
Best
Friday.
thing to do. Yeah,
Friday's
Fridays.
like pop a load in. They got, what's it? Alan Wake's American Nightmare just popped in.
Yeah, if you go, the best thing to do is follow their Twitter, the Xbox Game Pass Twitter. Every week or so, they just come out with a load of games that are coming. They just
Age of Empires is
picture.
now out.
You haven't tried that? Interested because used to play a lot of Age of Empires back in the day.
Yup.
That was a long time ago.
Bassmaster. Bit of fishing.
Most fishing games that I've played, my missus wants a decent fishing game, but whenever I download one and try one, it's like the guys, like, I don't know, like most of the animations and stuff are horrific. They are just horrific. It's like, seriously, the 1980s. No,
I
not
forgot
that
to
bad,
see that's
1990s.
quite interesting.
That might be alright, that Bass one, though. What
No,
one, sorry?
there's one called The Forgotten City.
Oh, Forgotten City. It's got really good reviews. One of the highest rated games. It was a mod originally for Skyrim, I think, and then they turned it into a full game. Apparently, it's really good. More of a story-driven game, isn't it?
Yes.
It's good though. I'll probably put that on, just chuck the missus on it, sit back and watch her play it. You know.
And then you got Evil Genius, which Flats go, oh, love a bit of Evil Genius.
Oh, Evil Genius, lads! Evil Genius
If
1.
you've not played one, you better get playing.
Yeah, number 1's amazing. It's £2.50 at the moment on CD keys, I think. But it is an old game. You might be better off waiting for the
30
second
days,
one.
10 hours flat for number 2.
Oh wait, I had it pre-installed, and I got rid of it because I was like, why have I pre-installed this over a month before I'm allowed it? It's like,
Just
I'll wait for that.
teasing you.
Yeah. And it was
I
like a
don't
full
know-
pre-install as well, because a lot of these like Horizon, I went to pre-install it, and it's like okay, and then it installed 200 megabyte, and I'm like, clearly that isn't the game. Obviously they're going to patch it and send out the proper version before the release date. But Evil Genius, I installed it. It was like 36 gig. I'm like, what the fuck? So the full game's ready. Why don't you just release it now, boys? I don't know.
I think there's there's certain things they have to go through and hoops and blah 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 with publishing. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they got a set date, they can't just move it because a lot of advertisement, other things are around it. It gives them time to patch, even if they think they're ready.
Pay £4 for the premium Forza. Piss off.
Yeah, I'd just play the Game Pass version, man. I mean, if you really want to play it early and have all the add-ons, you can buy all the add-ons, the add-on bundle, which is
You just
46
got to wait
quid.
a year and they realise no one's buying it and they give it to you free anyway.
Well, the add-on bundle is like 46 quid, and it gives you all the DLC that's going to come out, and it gives you early access to the game. But I mean, for myself, I'll just wait.
The only problem is it's all right. I like the Horizons are all right, but they're party racing. You know what I mean? They're not proper racing.
Yeah, of course, not simulator. It's more. I think that's why I enjoy it, because I'm not
Yep.
really much of a simulator fan, racing simulator anyway. So it kind of gets me into it more. It's just more fun.
I can't get into your Need for Speed, sorry, your Forzas and your Gran Turismos, but
racing.
I can get into your Need for Speeds and the more arcadey type ones where it's just okay, pick a car, okay, I've got the car, now it's okay, now I can drive. That's what I
Yeah.
like. I don't like this whole like, oh, now I need to fine tune the axles and the this and change the fucking exhaust and all this kind of bollocks and the tire pressures and all this. I'm like, nah, I don't like this. I don't like this. This is too much to fucking my brain. So I fucking hate that shit.
Oh, you boys should have raced me on like Formula One when I had my wheel.
Mate.
What happened to that wheel? Did you sell it?
Sell it for an Oculus.
Oh. Not a bad trade.
Oculus 2 came out, and I was like, oh, I could stay on wheel for the same price I bought it and buy that.
Okay, last thing I want to mention before we go will be like this is going to be a really quick piece of news. Did you hear that they're changing the name of Facebook?
I heard about it.
Called Meta or something.
Yeah, they're changing it to Meta. So I don't know if like the only thing because I've only read the headlines, I've not like delved too deep into it. So it's like the Facebook brand is being changed to Meta. So does that mean like there's going to be a new website? So we like instead of going on to Facebook, it's like, oh, I'm going on to Meta. You know what I mean?
Nah, they just swapped the name over.
Yeah, well, they will auto redirect.
The apps you got, if you got the app, they just automatically
Yeah,
change.
but you know what I mean.
It will
though,
be
like,
www.meta though, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it will redirect from Facebook to Meta for a couple of years. I imagine they'll pay for that because they're a big company, you know, they're one of the biggest. But I think they call themselves Meta because they want to branch out to be something a bit more like Amazon. So they're noticing that they can make money elsewhere, you know, and they can't really do that with the Facebook brand. It pens them in one hole, like it pens them in that online social media thing. And if they become a company called Meta, they can, you know, Facebook's just part of that. It's just part of it, you know.
Yeah.
It's not all they do. I can see why they've done it, but man, watch out, they're going to become big.
You know what
if they
Suckbear's
aren't
doing
already.
now? Facebook and Oculus 2.
He's
VR
a
San Andreas.
star.
Yeah,
Man.
VR San Andreas. Yeah.
I was just like, I looked at it, I was just like, technically you don't really need to do that, but there's VR chat that can actually do exactly the same.
So fucking true. So fucking true. But yeah, so like yeah, apparently like end of 2022, like again, this is only a headline that I read. Instead of it being called the Oculus Quest 2, it will be called the Meta Quest 2. Because they're dropping apparently they're dropping the Oculus name completely and just changing in favor for Meta. So it's like, oh, you're on the Quest now. I'm on the Meta.
You got what VR headset you got? I've got the Meta one. You got the peasants ones now.
Actually, I've got myself an Index, so it's the most
it's not
expensive.
the Meta, sir.
Dirty peasants.
There's so many people that are rocking a Quest now in VR chat. Like you hit the menu button, you look up, and you just see the little Quest icon above, like underneath everyone's name. Now it's like, oh my god, like because I'm not saying that in a like, oh, for fuck's sake, why is there so many Questies? But it's good.
Questies. Oh, he's even nicknamed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, I said this before though. The Quest 2 is literally gave VR a brand new fucking life.
I mean, it really has, and like I think anyone that generally gatekeeps, like, oh, you've got a Quest 2, or you've got a Quest, like you're not. It's like, grow up. Like at the end of the day, like it lowers the barrier, like the cost of entry to VR, and you like there's so many people that I've seen that have like they bought the Quest link for the Quest 2 so they can link it up to their PC, which is all fine and good as well because then it makes it like a PC VR rather than
it more Rift and
Quest. Yeah, exactly. But it also it's like I say, the people that have then gone, okay, well, I like the Quest 2, but I would like to get something that's more improved. You know what I mean? Because like it's like that stepping stone into like the actual like the VR like side of things. And I've seen people like go from like the Quest 2 to an Index, you know, and you know if you can afford it, then sure, definitely. But like if you can't, then obviously not. But
the thing I like about the Quest though, it's more freedom.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say because it's all wireless, right?
And also you can wireless link to your PC.
Exactly. You can't do that with like the Index. You have to be cabled up, except for obviously.
Or if you could probably if you get some adapters, but it's gonna probably cost you more.
Not really, because it's all plugged in. You have to maybe, but I don't know. It'd be difficult. It'd be very difficult. The average user is not going to be doing that to their index anyway, because it's like the headset costs $1,000, and if you fuck that up, you fuck that up. You know what I mean? That's $1,000 out of the fucking window.
More than $1,000 by the time you.
Well, yeah, exactly. By the time you invest in what you need to do and stuff, yeah.
Base stations plus more sensors plus.
Don't. It's 150 per puck.
And the thing is,
Need
though,
three of
there's
them.
like when I used to be Quest and people used to go, "Oh, give me shit about it." They go, "Oh yeah, your battery life." I was like, "Yeah, but your batteries don't last that long, really.
Nah.
You still got to charge them.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the difference?"
Yeah. Right, lads. We're gonna wrap it up here. We've been going on for well over an hour. In fact, I think we hit like an hour and 20 minutes here, minus the outtakes. So, yeah, what a long podcast, guys. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you. Obviously, check us out on check our Discord out. Check these two out on Twitch. I'm not gonna shill my shit because like I barely touch Twitch and all that anymore because I'm really fucking lazy and I really want to. But chances are, if I do any stuff nowadays, it'll probably be YouTube. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to sign out for myself. So from me, 5 large fries. Peace.
From me, Fat Line Plays, thanks very much for listening all. Hope you're doing well.
Verna Rouge AD. Bye.
Right, we'll see you guys next week. Right, take care. Bye.
Mwah.
Can you tell what it is yet?
Can you tell what it is yet? How you doing?
Oh, what are they?
I don't know. What is that? Also, my mic's really quiet. What the fuck?
What do you
Wait there.
let's say they're two different mixes?
Let me just bump my gain up just a little bit.
Again, what weight you pulling?
Hey, funny. No, I just need to slightly there. I think I'm at, yeah, that's good. That'll do. I think. I don't know.
Depends how close do you want the mic to your mouth. Do you want it this close or do you want it this far away?
Nah, I want it where it is now. But like the last podcast I did, I noticed that the gain was like way too high on my mic, and like I was just peaking a lot, and it just sounded awful.
You gotta hit the record button this time.
Yeah. that. Oh, that's a bit too loud. Yeah, that would definitely help. I'm just gonna leave it there because, yeah, that'll do. I mean, I've hit record now anyway, so we're good. Just waiting on flat.
And we're just finishing up flat.
Wait.
Oh, there he is. Speaking of fucking devil. Just triple 100% check. Yep. That is definitely recording. What? Yo, why is this come out? There you go. Fucking mess something up and
What are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you up to, my friend? How you both doing, by the way, chaps?
I'm eating some super mix.
Some super mix.
Oh,
I mean,
Haribo. Yes. Legend.
Okay, I mean like this. Can you tell what it is yet?
Can you tell what it is yet? I love it, mate. I love it. Yo. I was
too old for sweets.
I was on the verge of like not even doing this. That's how tired I am. I was just like, yeah, no. I was like, no. I was asleep.
When you said today, I was like, crap. I didn't realise I was just rushing around to get things done.
In fairness, what time did I message you at? It must have been like, what time was it? Actually, let's go back in the thing. Oh, I messaged you both at like 7 a.m. I was still awake, and I was still awake by like fucking 11.
Was you in VR chat? Was you?
No, I was just straight up in bed. Like
Straight up in bed, mate. That's not going to help you sleep. You want to lay down in bed, dude.
funny. He loves it. He loves it. Cheeky cunt.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh dear. Oh mate, you ever have like a really strong like fucking mint and then immediately drink ice cold water?
No, because I'm not a sadist.
Mate, it feels good.
All right, try pure orange juice after it then.
Try pure orange juice after toothpaste.
Oh mate,
That's a good one. That is.
that's a unique taste.
That's a good one. I mean, like, if you want to really go all
Tasty.
out, put a bit of Corsadil on first, and then do it because it is really fucking weird. Then
Oh dear God. Ugh. Ugh.
it's unique.
Yeah. Okay, right. I reckon we start now, and then that gives us ample time to do fun stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
half two's a good get off time anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna put four.
I've got a big ass cup of tea, man. I've got a cigarette.
Mate,
I'm ready to go.
I'm jelly. I'm jelly. Right, let's go.
What, a
Three.
cigarette?
No, the tea.
I'll send you one in the post if you want to.
A cigarette.